next match at They Live Wrestling features two individuals who have gone viral recently. They have a history as a team and a rivalry against one another. But the challenge tonight is to be yourself and to prove who is the better man. Lay it all on the line, and let's see what these two can do. The way that they started their respective pro wrestling careers. Mr. 100 Joey Dalton, Sexy Violence Quinn Whittock. It's here at They Live Wrestling, all out of bubble gum. Roddy Piper entered that bank and he said, I'm here to chew bubble gum and kick some tail, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Well, guess what the alternative is? We're gonna get to see it right now. Joey Dalton, top cruiserweight, star in the local scene, inspirational performer, an underdog in virtually every match he's involved in. And after 10 years, he finally has his chance to enter the super indie scene. As he currently wrestles under the Stephen Flo moniker elsewhere. Dalton, very sneaky and crafty, great hang time, great timing, with experience over his tenure in wrestling. That's Quinn Whittock with the side headlock takeover, head scissors. Dalton this time. Same result. Both sweeping the leg. Both trying to rip each other's heads off, and nobody went anywhere. Great stalemate on our opening sequence. Both can wrestle a high-risk, high-flying style. Elusive kicks. Suplex variations. Their history dates all the way back to 2017. Maybe even further than that for these two. You'll notice a very fast-paced style. Exercise by these two. Dalton trying to keep Whittock in close. But at some point, when they take the action to the next gear, who will that favor in this ring? Forget the leapfrog. Dalton is able to catch him over his shoulders with the fireman's carry, but the uppercut by Whittock breaks it up quickly. Spinning thrusting kick to Whittock. Trying to hold the ropes to stay upright. The handstand, the spring, the cutter. Quinn Whittock. Oh, he got caught with a kick to the shoulder. Both down again. So quick. Very fast-paced action. They can use tumbling skill and high flying at their disposal. These are two incomparable athletes of the ring. And we're bringing it all back to square one for They Live Wrestling. It's about the wrestling. Dalton swinging his right hand repeatedly. Whittock trying for the Dalton with a spike forearm attack. Nicely done. Dalton with a corkscrew body attack. Whittock was not expecting that. And Whittock takes a terrible fall. It's over the top to the outside. White body attack by Dalton. Whittock is down on the floor on the far side, right there. The object is to win the match in the ring. Dalton, the underdog, the fan favorite in this one thus far. High-flying elbow drop. Did he get enough of it? Probably should have went for a pin right there. Maybe get a little overconfident. The violent mean streak of Quinn Whittock. Will we end up seeing it at any moment? Dalton trying to pick up and plunge down Whittock. Whittock trying to escape. Over the top rope, he lands on the ring apron. There's the guillotine drop, and Dalton's been hurt. His favoring his neck. As Wood over the top with the sunset flip. Trying to cross the legs for a submission. Referee got to get out of harm's way right there. Over the top. Wow, Dalton just plastered him with that shot. Beautiful TKO cutter right there. Whittock's not moving. Oh, 2 count only, says Nate Patrick. This match continues. 2 totally different viewpoints as far as these 2 athletes are concerned. One all about love and appreciation and respect, the other about hate and violence and viciousness. And as they have gone around the scenes, sometimes a cheap shot or 2 is the difference between winning or losing, more often than not. Whittock placed in a seated position along the top turnbuckle on the near side. Whittock about ready to fall over into the crowd at this rate. If it wasn't for that ring post, he probably would have fallen over. Is he going to plunge him down from a high elevated distance? Clobbering forward to the back of the head. So much for Dalton's chances right there. Whittock hops over the top. Dalton again with those kicks. Those repetitive kicks to the head will do enough damage to put down any opponent, in my estimation. Wow, from the bottom to the top with the Hurricane Rana. He went upstairs, started 8 feet in the air before Dalton was flipped and took the fall right onto his tailbone. What a devastating fall right there, and the crowd definitely appreciates that. Thumb kick blocked, knee by Dalton. Back and forth. Now this is something that he promised he would not do tonight. The choke slam. Wow, choke slam, backbreaker, very well executed by Whittock. Dalton's in trouble. Oh, 2 count there. Bring your best, or the next match that follows will steal all of your momentum and make the fans forget about what they just saw.
You ever been to counter with this boy?
Whittock trash talk, trying to ground the high flyer, trapping the legs. Nice counter, inside cradle. 1 count only. Whittock goes low. Butterfly pickup. The counter, the Hurricane Rana. The leg is trapped. 2 count there. Whittock begging off. Dalton caught his right boot. The knee smash. Dalton hopes to put the finishing touches down here. Nice counter by Whittock. A 3 count went down. Whittock scores the victory after all.
And your winner is Quinn Whittock.
Sexy Violence Quinn Whittock was able to outsmart Joey Dalton at the last second of a very competitive clash that could have gone either way, but Whittock with the wherewithal to find a creative counter when everyone least expected it in order to score the win here tonight. Great show of sportsmanship after the fact.